has been my mom. And she told me in a situation where I was nervous with tears in my eyes, she told me that Rajesh, in life, either a situation will control you or you need to control the situation. That one statement in 1982 transformed my life, my way of looking at life, and my way of living life. That is exactly what I felt when I read each and every word that has been written in this wonderful book. I love to tell people that when you write a book on a particular subject, you become an authority on that subject. And with that, I would like to congratulate Mrs. Surekha Raj Shriwastav for such a massive milestone that you have achieved in your life. And believe me, friends, every word is connected so much to a real life situation and touching your hearts that you will feel emotional reading every word. I would not want to end this evening without sharing a few paragraphs and a few pages from this book and sharing it with each one of you who's been here. I would love to say that on a warm summer evening in the month of May, having so many people attending this evening of a book launch speaks volumes of the relationships that this wonderful couple have dwelled upon, have collected together. The true wealth of life is the number of friends that you have. And definitely, your quality of life depends on the quality of people that you have as your friends, like Mr. Sanjay Govilkar so aptly put up that you need to have minimum of 4 friends. They have multiplied by that 4 by many times, and here is a hall full of people waiting for this joyous occasion to enjoy the celebration of this particular book being launched. Without taking much time, I would love to share something that's printed in this book. It is not only printed in this book, but it is now printed in my heart, and every human being who is going to read this book, the words are going to be printed in his heart forever. Like Dr. Deepak, I think is rightly named Deepak, the light of life for all the aspirational people suffering cancer. And when they come across a personality like you, I'm sure they look towards life and life in a very different way. It was so aptly put by you in your speech on how you need to conquer the terrorist called cancer and hang it the way the Indian government, thanks to Mr. Sanjay Govilkar, hanged Kasab, the terrorist. So that's what Surekha has done. It's an amazing way of leading life. I would like to begin with the foreword that I wrote in this book for Surekha, for the work that she's done. And I would like to begin from there. As a long-time family friend, I have had the privilege of knowing Surekha Shriwastav and her husband, Raj, for many years. Please excuse me, I'll be taking first names since I'm reading it from the book. Otherwise, I have immense respect, love, and regards for this wonderful gentleman, Mr. Rajkumar Shriwastav, and his beautiful wife, Surekha. But I'll be taking first names because I'm reading the book. Through our shared experiences and conversations, I have been a witness to Surekha's extraordinary journey, one that is marked with resilience, courage, and unwavering zest for life. Her battle against cancer and multiple health issues spanning over 3 decades is a testament to her unbreakable will and impactful and powerful determination. Dodging diagnosis is more than just a memoir. It is a powerful tribute to the strength of the human spirit. Surekha's honest and heartfelt account of her experiences serves as a guiding light for anyone navigating life's toughest challenges. Through her words, she provides an intimate look into the physical, emotional, and social hurdles that come with a life-changing diagnosis, while emphasizing the importance of compassion, understanding, and unwavering support from loved ones. I'm deeply grateful to Surekha for sharing her story with the world, and I know that her words will continue to inspire and empower generations to come. Now, with this, I would like to share a few paragraphs from this wonderfully written book. And trust me, friends, every word resonates with warm feelings and looking at life in a very different way. So I would just like to read this couple of paragraphs where she's written, while grappling with cancer and its aftermath, an unusual piece of news surfaced from Ahmedpur. Gossip mongers seemed to be in abundance, spreading the unfounded rumor that I had already passed away and that Raj was considering remarriage. The news of my surgery provided fodder for speculation, leading people to entertain various thoughts. As the rumor reached our doorstep, I looked into Raj's eyes and uttered, "You don't have to stay with me. You can find someone else." Well, generally, wives test their husbands by saying so. My message to the men is, please don't fall prey to that. It's a trick, it's a trap. Even if you are not going to be having cancer, she will make sure you are crucified well. So don't commit that mistake. But all know Rajkumar Shriwastav. It's an amazing commitment. Knowing 1 year after marriage that the wife is suffering from cancer and standing like a rock beside her. I think what Mr. Sanjay Govilkar said is so true, that behind every successful woman, definitely there is a man. And that is what Rajkumar Shriwastav has been throughout this 33 years of undeterred battle with the terrorist called cancer. It's an amazing feeling to be a part of this book by reading it. He responded with a very hearty laugh, embracing me tightly. "Don't be silly," he reassured. "You're the only one I want. I'm not going anywhere." His words conveyed a steadfast commitment, providing comfort and dispelling any doubt that may have surfaced amidst the baseless rumors. What I feel by reading this book and while reading this book is medicines and our willpower has definitely played a very critical role in the life of Surekha. But I think what's more promising and which gave more benefit than the medicines was the undeterred support that her husband, the person of your life who's with you 24/7, the kind of support that got extended, I think that impacted more than all the medicines that you took, and the quantum of medicines that she has taken. Believe me, friends, one could start a medical store with that quantum. That is the quantum of medicines that she has taken. I'll come to it a little later. So, we all present here must have witnessed her beautiful daughter's marriage. I was also privileged to be there. And she has named the chapter so beautifully. It's chapter 29, where the heading of the chapter is A Surgical Wedding Planner. A Surgical Wedding Planner. And I'll tell you why this is the title. As the final months of 2021 unfolded, I found myself hesitating to proceed with a surgery that Dr. Venkat had strongly recommended for immediate attention. The significance of this surgery lay in the need to ureter reconstruction, a crucial step following the previous procedures. These are all medical technical terms. I'm sure you'll understand it while you read the book. Although Dr. Venkat insisted on prioritizing the surgery without delay, he ultimately respected my decision to postpone. Now that's a mother's heart, and that's why we celebrate the Mother's Day. She postponed her surgery because her beloved, beautiful daughter is getting worried. That's how a woman puts up priorities in her life. Somehow, I couldn't bring myself to opt in for this particular surgery. Perhaps it was my own reservation, or perhaps it was because I didn't want my surgery to eclipse one of the joyous moments of my life. In December, my beloved daughter, Surekha Shriwastav, was to be wed to Raghav Raheja, a classmate from her undergraduate days in computer engineering. Raghav embodies a graceful blend of composure, maturity, refined manners, humility, and a grounded authenticity deeply rooted in his distinguished Punjabi heritage. In fact, I have copied this paragraph and texted it to my wife, asking her to create such kind of sentiments for me also as a husband. It is so well worded that it was really touching to read all this. Raj and I were naturally elated for our daughter as she embarked on this new chapter of her life. She had found her life partner in Raghav. Consequently, by September, we were already halfway through the meticulous planning of Shona's wedding. That's what she calls her lovingly. In September, Raj and I made a significant decision regarding the return gifts for the wedding guests. We opted for dinner sets made of kasa, a unique alloy. To procure these gifts, we set our sights to Bhuleshwar, the largest wholesale utensils market in Mumbai. Given the distance from our home in Andheri, a western suburb of Mumbai, a day trip was in order. We all know how much time it takes from Andheri to South Mumbai sometimes. You reach Dubai faster. But I love to say that you should always live in a city which is overcrowded, because that is a land of opportunities. So no grievances and complaints against the traffic jam ever. However, with numerous wedding preparations on our plate and time constraints, I saw an opportunity to multitask. Friends, the next paragraph is very interesting. During that visit to Buleshwar, we connected with a shop owner who was acquainted with us. In a very gracious gesture, he offered us an aerated drink. While Raj accepted the offer, I declined. The owner insisted on my partaking, was met with my explanation that I was on my way to JJ Hospital for surgery. Understandably, the shock registered on his face. He was astonished that I was considering shopping at such a critical juncture, given the imminent hospital admission. Raj clarified that it was my insistence, driven by the desire to leave no stone unturned for Shona's wedding. We successfully placed an order for the Casa dinner sets and then proceeded to the hospital for my surgery. Now, isn't that amazing? In the hospital, I found myself so immersed in wedding planning that I nearly forgot about the impending surgery. Raj and I were deeply involved in planning every detail of the wedding, from the menu to the guest list. This heartfelt discussion, held within the hospital confines, brought a touch of amusement to the hospital staff witnessing our devoted wedding planning. Can you imagine, irrespective of the situation and the circumstances, irrespective of the location or the occasion, the mother absolutely defined the way the wedding needs to happen. After the surgery, I rested for a couple of days and was ready to jump back into the wedding planning, which incidentally had been going on for a year. We had meticulously planned every tiny aspect. Couple of times, amidst overseeing renovations at home, having meetings with the caterer, I got extremely tired. So during the car rides, while Raj was driving, I would recline the seat, seek some desperately needed rest before we reached the destination, and I had to bounce back for the next task. I was enjoying every moment and didn't want to miss out on anything. I also didn't want to leave any task unfinished. That was the determination which has definitely made her live the life that she's living for the last 33 years and growing stronger. I come to the chapter number 32, a very interesting chapter. I loved reading this. Crisis in the mountains. A very interesting happening has happened here. Now, in these mountains, when they finished their Vipassana course, our journey ended to Gangtok, and we were fortunate to have Sharing as our companion. Now, here the tables turned, and the dynamic police officer, Mr. Rajkumar Shriwastav, was at the receiving end. All his life, he was the man who was getting treatment done for his beautiful wife, and on this occasion, during this trip, it was the other way around. When you go to greater heights, you are devoid of oxygen and you feel breathless. So all the oxygen kits that were procured by Surekha, by this time she was an extremely intelligent medical planner also, apart from the wedding planner, and she had all medications in place, including provision for oxygen. The interesting part is, on the walks in those mountains, it was Mr. Rajkumar Shriwastav who felt breathless and lost consciousness and went unconscious. And that was a trying situation for Surekha, who didn't know what to do, and whomever she was calling, the recipient of every call was pleasantly surprised that it is not for her that she is making the call, but it is for Rajkumar Shriwastav that the call has happened. He was unconscious, and this time she was the doctor attending to Rajkumar Shriwastav. So whatever she received as medical support from Rajkumar Shriwastav in all the 33 years of life, this was her giving back to Rajkumar Shriwastav, and she didn't stop there. He regained consciousness. When you read this chapter word by word, you will feel as if you are witnessing this happening in real sense in front of you on a movie screen, and you are actually feeling the entire journey that they have gone in the 2-3 days of time in a god-forsaken location with very less medical facilities, and still she could attend to him, and I think probably he lived because of her medical assistance. So there was no doctor Deepak to guide them or to support them, but it was Surekha who became the doctor and made that happen. Now, this is a story of sheer commitment, focus, determination, and the attitude of never giving up. And that is what she did not only with herself, but during this particular chapter number 32, where I read the chapter in detail and on how every moment of life she stood with him like a rock and made sure that in spite of the oxygen being totally consumed, which was for her emergency use, she did not become conjuice on that oxygen, gave it to him and made sure that the oxygen of her life survives the situation that they were facing in that God-forsaken mountains. So that's how they have lived their life together and bonded together. Well, the chapter number 37 again is a very interesting chapter. It is dancing with life, and that's what she's done all her life, especially the last 33 years. In the roller coaster ride of my life, filled with years of challenges and stressful days, I found solace in diverse pursuits. Over 33 years, I persevered, drawing strength from the resilience instilled in me since childhood. So, where does this resilience come in from? When we talk about a human being who has been a winner all his life, especially people who have got victory over death, who have got victory over cancer, who have got victory over medication, what is their background? And yes, she has explained it so beautifully. My driving force was always the commitment to being at everything that I set out to do. Even through pain and storm battered days, I found within the fortitude to press forward. There are very few people who don't mind falling. The best part is even when they fall forward. I feel, Surekha, you are one such personality. Often when I look back at the milestone of my life's journey, I feel content with the realization that even in the face of adversity, life continued to be abundant with opportunities to thrive. This has led me to form a steadfast belief that regardless of obstacles, we can always strive for something meaningful in life. And let me read out to her list of accomplishments, which I'm sure nobody should ask me, or we should not ask each other on what we have achieved in life, because her list, in spite of the challenges that she has had, is so long and impressive that you will be stunned. So some of her accomplishments are: she has been a basketball university champion, hockey university player, table tennis player, school vice president, yoga practitioner. She has done a teachers training course at Tridha. She has done a Montessori teachers training course. She has been a tutor. She has managed a computer institute as the head of the institute. She has been a nutritionist. She has been a general counselor. And last but not the least, she has also been a voiceover artist. So can we clap for her for this kind of achievements in spite of living with cancer the last 33 years? And she has not given up on any of these achievements. In fact, even today, she is practicing her yoga, being a voiceover artist, and doing a lot of activities that keeps her life going. The last chapter that I would like to share with you is a chapter which has got a very beautiful title, Beyond the Scars. Woven over 33 years are threads of survival, resilience, and triumph. Each surgery, each stitch encapsulates my journey, where scars are not merely wounds healed, but an ode to a spirit that adamantly refused to yield. Amidst the myriad surgeries, I discovered strength, resilience, and an unwavering will to thrive and survive. To be precise, I have consumed 84,207 tablets in my journey through ailments. As far as I remember, I never skipped the tablets except on occasions like when I had taken Raj from the army hospital to Mangan hospital and eventually to Manipal hospital in Sikkim for treatment. I am always extra cautious, but on a few occasions in a rush of hurry, I consumed extra doses for which I experienced immediate side effects. However, with the help of doctors in my family, I could timely manage the crisis. Likewise, I consumed innumerable homeopathy pills on this journey. As we all know, the quantum, that is the number of pills, is quite high as compared to allopathy tablets. Hence, I have not gotten into counting the same, but leave it to the readers. In addition to this, I have also taken Ayurvedic treatment for some time. I will not get into the calculation of how many liters of kada and allopathy syrup or liquids I have consumed till date. So friends, this book is definitely going to be a inspiration for a lot many number of people. I think all of us needs to take this book, buy this book, and gift it to as many people as possible, because inspiration from real life experiences like Surekha's will be the best motivation that people can have. It was so heartening to listen to Neha Athavale on the experience that she shared at such a tender age. I think people like Surekha are inspiration for millions of people around the world. So I had read somewhere that I cried for good shoes till I saw a boy with no legs. And when we read books like this, I think this book will really bring marital bliss to so many couples. This book will bring so many individuals closer to each other. This book will mend and blend so many relationships. This book is so creatively written from the heart of the author, who has experienced a life that we have only read or understood or heard from somebody else. She has actually lived these moments all her life. I used to love telling people that I like to read people who have read a lot of books. I have got lovely friends in my life like retired ACP Sham Pardesi, from whom I have learned so much. And I take pride in saying that I have interacted with Mr. Athavale so many times and learned so many things from him. I have learned so many things from Mr. Sanjay Govilkar. But friends, when you read a book written so passionately by a cancer survivor who has definitely conquered the evils of cancer, trust me, it's a totally different experience altogether. This is one of the best books that I have ever read. And the inspiration is, if I can bring 10% of what I've written, what I've read in this book, if I can write 10% of such passion in the next book that I write, I'm sure it is going to be a award winner. So congratulations, Surekha. You're an inspiration. And my request and my suggestion is, as an author, the next journey of an author has to be talks. You need to go on platforms and talk and interact and discuss this book, because this book can be syllabus to so many people. This book can be a guiding light to so many people, that they will definitely see light not only at the other end of the tunnel, but also at the beginning of the tunnel. So congratulations once again. God bless you in abundance, and grateful for me to be a part of this event, and thankful to each one present here, because I feel the most important resource in anybody's life is time. Anybody in a city, busy city like Mumbai, attending such a kind of an event is like giving a portion of your life to the person that you respect, admire, and love. That is what each one of you have done. So on their behalf, this is also my gratitude to each one of you. Thank you so much. Have a God-blessed evening and a God-blessed future. Thank you so much. And congratulations once again. Thank you.